basically I wanted to demonstrate on transpose part in Power Query Editor. So for that, we'll get some data set from my desktop. Basically, I have a data set on my desktop, which is a transpose example. I'm going to select sheet 1, click on transform data. This is going to open up Power Query Editor on my machine. As you can see, we have a different number of columns here, like almost 6 columns. The very first column, one is giving us information about what kind of data it is. Basically, it is telling me category, which is revenue by product, revenue by service, revenue by subscription. So whatever you see the values on the right side as a row, this is all about the revenue of product, 345, 334, 654, and so on. Same with revenue by service and subscription. At the same time, it is also giving us year, like in which year you have this data. So basically, if you look at the structure of this table, it's not a regular structure. It's basically in a cross tab, or we can say matrix form, because we have both informations, right? We have information on the left side or even information on the top, where it is giving us a column breakup, like 2020 year, this is the position of revenue of product, revenue of service, revenue of subscription. In 2021, this is like the 2024, we have this is position. So this is a cross tab, this is a matrix. So whenever you have this kind of data, you might want to deal with transformations which help us to convert back into a regular tabular format, because Power BI deals with a tabular formatted data. Okay, it cannot give you a good insights when you are dealing with this matrix related data, because you want to filter, you wanted to write DAX, like mostly it is in a tabular format of the data. So we want to convert back into tabular format. So for that, we will be using some transformation. So first thing, we would be using a transpose transformation. If you look at the transpose closely, the symbol itself tells you, like either from rows to columns or columns to rows. The double arrow which shows the symbol itself tries to give some idea. And also the definition says the transpose is table, treating rows as columns and columns as rows. So I want these column names to be converted into rows, or and these column names here 2020 to be converted here on the row. So let me just click on this transpose data by selecting the column 1 and click on the transpose data, and let us see what happens. So as you can see, when I clicked on that, automatically those row values were converted back to the column headers, right? So column names. You can use first row as headers, and I can convert them back to year. Basically, this is showing up in a year, right? You can change the name to year, and we have revenue by product, by service, revenue by description. Okay. Still, I could see there is challenge here in the sense. So I don't want these three into a different category. Rather, I want all of those three into one single column, which says, okay, revenue by product, this is the value. Revenue by service, this is the value. Because I wanted to maybe show a pie chart or something which would give me a breakup. So if this the data is in this format, the breakup of that information is not easy. Okay, so let me select these three columns. Okay, I will be selecting these three columns. I would say click. I mean, I'm just selecting this, and I'm trying to see. There's another option that we're going to see, which is unpivot column. Right now, this is a pivoted structure, and I'm just converting them into unpivoted structure. Okay, observe what happens. So basically, all the column names are converted back to your row value. That means now you have same revenue by product. For 2020, you got the same information. Again, revenue by product for 2021, you got it. So now this is a very good tabular format that helps us to come up with proper Power BI visualization. So let us quickly look at the visualizations that can happen, so that I'll give you some sample example. Let me close and apply. So one more thing you need to observe before I go to the other part. So attribute and value. So whenever you do any unpivoting of the column, so earlier if you go back a step, all right, you are able to see three different columns. So may it be 10 columns, right? May it be 10 columns, it doesn't matter. It will convert all those 10 columns into one value, I mean attribute and pair, like attribute and value pair. Okay, attributes will be the values of this column names, like column 1, whatever, you can see the names, and then the values will be actual values. So this, it will be converted back to like this, attribute and value pair. So let us close and apply, and quickly try to show up like how this changed data, which was in matrix format, will make our job easy in terms of visualization. So now we can just expand this, try to add a pie chart, and you can directly pass attribute and value, so that will give you a quick breakup. And okay, so we wanted to pass this attribute here. Okay, it's coming. So as you can see, we got revenue by product, revenue by service, revenue by subscription. So now it is giving you a clear idea, like how much is your revenue by product, how much is your revenue by subscription. So good breakup, like 3.23%, 41%. So we can also convert, have another chart. So this type of tabular information will give you a good understanding of your data. So let's say I wanted to make year as my, I wanted to show a trend, what is happening with the value of the overall revenue. So, and also I can change into breakup of this revenue into multiple like product, service, and subscription. So This particular data format helps us to come up with a beautiful visualization. Okay. I'll give you one more example. Let's say here you have something. Maybe I'll just give a random example. So here you wanted to use you wanted to get the column names. I'll use edges as my first rows. Okay. And I'll just keep top rows. Let's say I just wanted to keep top one row. Okay. So I was interested only getting what are my column names, right? Sometimes you got 50 columns and people wanted to understand what are the column names and do some comparison or something. So I just got my column names, and what I do is I'll just go to transpose. I'll say select all of them and just set transpose. So I got all my column names as my single column. So I can just say this is some table one column names, whatever. So somehow I'm doing some comparison. Let's say I have 50, 60 columns. I wanted to make sure what are the column names, are they same or not, or whatever comparison I wanted to do and do that transformation. Yeah, this is how we can do. So this kind of situation will be more relevant, the transpose step. Okay. And also it is more relevant when you have an intermediate step. So that will